Hey everybody, thanks for joining. I know it's been a while since I have done a video, but I've still been playing the game. Very excited about the new update that's supposed to come out tomorrow, November 10th, where we get to have the water world and all those cool features. But before that comes out, I do want to do a tour of the base that I have been working on in the meantime since our last update. So the last update that we had introduced a lot of the nighttime elements and some upgrades to the shroud, which was interesting, but I'm more excited for a new biome. So let me show you around my base. We're gonna start from the entrance. And every time that I've played this, I always find a new place to build a base. So I've had a lot of bases since I started playing this game in 2004. So this one here is located kind of at the intersection of the Kindle Wastes and the Nomad Highlands, and if you look at the map, it's really close to the passage that takes you to the Albany Summit. So that's why I selected this location, because it's kind of close to 3 different biomes. So I use a lot of elements from each of them in this one. So here you can see this is the Kindle Waste, the dried up land, and as we enter in, straight ahead is a temple. We can go explore that first. So we go up the big steps. This was the very first thing that I built when I started building this base. And you can see the flame shrine is in here. This is the first level. I did put a bunch of mannequins up because I had a lot of extra armor and outfits and I thought it would look cool. Got a throne over here. I also decided to use this space to display a number of the weapons I have. This is just a very small portion of the weapons that I've amassed. If we go over to this side, we have some fossils on display and another little mannequin guy. Up to the next level. Haven't really worked on this one too much yet, but there's a kitchen and dining room here, and then a bathroom. Because this building is more like partially a temple and museum, but we also have our alchemist, and he lives up here at the very top. And this is his space. So he's got his lab equipment here. And a little sleeping area. He kind of roams around the building, and he's got this nice little terrace to look out over the entire base. So as you can see, right in front of our temple area is like the little town center. So let's go back down there and explore that. Actually, wait, before we go out there, I'll show you. I do have a basement. And right now, this basement is being used as a storage area for all the excess furniture that I have removed from past bases that I built that I kind of disassembled. So I don't really have a use for them yet here on this base, but I don't want to destroy them because I know as soon as the new update comes out, I'm going to want to build a new base in that biome. Currently, all of the survivors and characters from the game are at this base. Well, most of them. All of them except for the collector and the Chinese Lunar New Year character. Those two are still at my base from a previous video that I showed you at Bittermelt Lake. So down here is basically just a storage area, and this is just some extra items that I still need to kind of move out to my main storage area. Okay, so back out the front door, we'll go down to the little town. Immediately to the left here, this is the carpenter's house. The carpenter actually lives on the top floor, and this lower level is kind of like his workshop and like a store to display his works. So the workshop area is back here. We can, make some wood planks, store different items that the carpenter would use. And if we go around the side here, there's some stairs that take us up to the living quarters. And it's a small little space. They have a bathroom, a bed, a chair, table, and a nice little fireplace. Nothing elaborate, but simple. The carpenter and his aunt both live here now. I'll probably separate them when I build a second base. Next to this is the barber. So we have the salon here. With all those cool new features. We got some mirrors. We got little washing stations to get hair washed. And then over here, you sit to get your hair cut and styled. We have a little check-in desk, even some products that they can purchase, and a little waiting area. And then more products to purchase over here. Like the carpenter, the barber lives on top of his shop. And the stairs take you up. He's got a little bit of a porch area as well as a roof area for sitting. And his house is also kind of small, and he has a cat. He has, a cooking area, a desk that also doubles as a table to eat at, and he has a bed area and a little bathroom. And he's got a shower in there. So a nice little cozy space. Across from those two is the town's tavern. So you have nice eating areas. This is the kitchen and the bar. I still got to put some stools here at the bar. And then you follow this hallway and you can go upstairs. Upstairs seating. Down here is a cellar, and there's actually a tunnel that connects you to the basement of the temple that we were in, so they're kind of connected. Up here we have some indoor seating on the second level, as well as some rooms that are going to be the bathroom. Well, this one's a bathroom. I was going to make the other one a bathroom as well. And then you have some outdoor seating with some nice little flags and torches to keep it lighted. It's a cozy little area. Let's see, if we go to back up here, you can see there's another large structure which is next to the town. And this is, I call it a hotel, but maybe it's more of like a boarding house. Almost quite a few of the extra characters, like the survivors, live here. So in here we have a kitchen, we have a bar, we have a dining area for the guests. This space needs some work. I need to get some more sofas over here, but this is a nice kind of living room gathering area. It's a very large structure, so it's kind of just like the entranceway. In here we have a nice 2-story library with books. Do need to add some more comfy elements to it, like some chairs and maybe some desks for reading. Back here, there's tucked away a little secret set of stairs that go up to this intermediary level. This level is home to just one individual, so it's their own private floor. They got a nice bed over here with a glowing wall behind it. Got a little porch area to enjoy the outside, which I should probably put some more furniture out here to enjoy that more. And then we have, this is like supposed to be a bathroom, but I didn't finish it yet, so coming soon. So that's list level. I was also thinking about in this area kind of putting some like maybe cozy furniture for just kind of sitting out here. Okay, so then if we go down this hallway, there's a couple different things over here. This is going to be another little bathroom for that level. And then there is a basement, although I haven't really done anything with that. But then tucked over here, there's a nice tower stairwell. And we go up to the next level. And you can see there's another stair that goes up even higher. But this level is the main guest level with multiple rooms, and a lot of the characters live up here. So you get a range of different styles in the room from a lot of the different areas. So every room has a bed, fireplace, a table, a bathroom, and then like a secondary space that's going to be like a closet. This is one of the bigger rooms. And then if we go down this side, this is kind of another room. These two rooms connect as well, but can also be closed for privacy. More of like a family space, kind of like you see in hotels. So you got a bed, a desk. This is going to be a bathroom. And then you connect over here. Beds, bathroom, and a closet space. At the end of the hall, we have another room. Again, a bed. This is going to be a bathroom. And a closet space. I definitely need to craft some more bathroom elements. Here we have another room. A single bed, desk, closet, and what will eventually be a bathroom. So that's the living quarters. If we go back out to the stairwell and go up, we have a nice rooftop pool. And the pool was constructed with ice since we don't yet have water, but it still kind of gives you that pool look. The edges of the pool are that nighttime block. And then we got sunbeds out here for relaxing. A little outdoor shower to wash off. Got a poolside bar and snack area. And then over here we have like a nice little rooftop garden with seating areas, nice lighting, and a cozy little fire to keep warm or just kind of to hang out at night. So it's nice, a very cool little rooftop hideaway. A lot of the characters like to come up here actually and hang out. Oh yeah, I don't think I showed you the front. So if we look out over the front, we have a nice landscaped area with flowers. I'm hoping in that center area where you see the square with just dirt, I'm hoping to be able to create some kind of fountain there. I'm hoping that maybe that's a feature with the water update, but that remains to be seen, so we'll see. That part's kind of unfinished. And then separating the temple and the town from this area, we have some of the nut trees there. It's kind of like a little border. Looking out the back, it's kind of just nothing special in the back. There are some steps for people that want to explore, and you can take this different pathway back here to get to different parts of the town. We're going to go back to the temple over here. So to the right of the temple, right next to the town, in this grassy area, we have a little outdoor market. So we have different stands here for different things. So this one is fruit and veggies, so a produce stand. This one's kind of a miscellaneous knickknacks. So you got, artwork here. You got pottery, candles, some weapons, just a random assortment of stuff. Here we got different potions and ointments and stuff like that for sale. And of course, when you're at a market, you're gonna get hungry. So over here we have fresh food, nice selection of different foods that you can get while you're out and about. You can eat, drinks. Next to that, this is the meat stand. So we have meat, but we also have eggs and milk here too. Kind of like the butcher, I guess. Good selection. And then we have a flower stand where you can pick out a lot of different flowers here. So that's kind of cool. Here in this kind of, paved area, I tried to make this look like a fountain or like a little wading pool. And I put the Pikesmead statue, which you get from one of the quests. I put that in the middle of it. Looks kind of cool there. If you go up this second set of stairs on the side of the temple, you'll see a couple houses up here. So we have this first house. This is the blacksmith and his daughter live here. So they have their workroom here with all the supplies. Got a nice assortment of just metals, bricks, glass that I've made, and other supplies to make more. Do need to at some point venture out and gather more resources. I like to kind of keep all the different things running and just constantly producing things, because you never know when you're going to need something to build something new. And then there is a little kitchen area here for them, and then their primary living quarters are upstairs. So there's an eating area, a little living room area, and a double bed for now. Once I get, once that update with the water world comes out, I'm going to build a second base, and I'll kind of split up some of the characters so we don't have, a carpenter at one base and not at another. Next to the blacksmith, this is the bard's house, and here she is. So she has a nice little living room area, a desk which also doubles as a table for eating, kitchen, bathroom, and then her bed is kind of up here in this loft area, and she has a bed up here. It's a small but efficient house. She's a single person, so doesn't need much more than that. And again, here you can see this kind of also takes you another pathway back to over by like the hotel area. We're gonna go down here, back down here, and tucked away behind these trees. So first I built this big wall on the side of the cliff, and then I planted a bunch of trees in front of it, and then I dug out a space here, and this is kind of tucked away. I like this door that I chose because it's kind of like, looks like a vault door. This is where I store all my supplies, well, most of them. I haven't really finished the space. This is kind of an empty room over here. But down here, this is where I have all my supplies. So I have them kind of divided up. All my different building materials. I have like stone and glass and some metal are in this one. This one's a random assortment of materials like furs, fabrics, leather, feathers. I have one for furniture. This one's more like more rugged wooden structures like fences. Different beams and staff charges. I got one just for some clothing. And you can see I don't have a whole lot of clothing now because I put a lot of it on the mannequins. This one's instruments, books, you know, paper items, scrolls. Another one for rings and gems, which definitely I need to get some gems forged to some of my weapons. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. These are different things that you can find in the shroud, as well as some of the monster heads. So a lot of different stuff in all these. This is the primary storage area for things. Like the idea that I can lock it up. I don't know if in the future they're gonna add the ability for enemies to raid your base. So that's why I kind of like the idea of tucking this away and putting a nice sturdy door on there. Because if base raids do ever become a thing, I want to keep my stuff hidden and protected. So down here below, you see these grates. This is an underground growing area. Primarily use it for saffron and for sugar cane. And I have a well down here. I just thought it was a cool little space. And get a couple of seed beds. This house here is the farmer's house. And both of the farmer characters live in here presently. So they have a dog who you saw walking around outside. They have a living room area, a dining area, and a nice little kitchen. They got a kettle, they got a double stove, sink, and countertops. And then their sleeping area is upstairs. They have a bed here. And another bed here. So they share the same house, but not the same bed, because they have enough space on this floor for multiple beds. Next to them, they have like a little shed that's connected to the house. It's being used for extra furniture storage, as well as this is where I keep the things that I collect. So this is milk and eggs. This is all the meat. This is pet and animal supplies. This is a small assortment of each of the different things that I've grown. I have a larger stock of them elsewhere, but I keep these ones here in a magic chest for when I want to create foods and stuff. This one, I don't know, this is a random assortment of different things that I just threw in here. I need to sort them out. This one's honey, sugar, and wax. These are all different plants and flowers. Again, more plants and flowers. And more plants and flowers. So all like stuff related to the farmer. And the hunter, I guess, too. Next to this, we have a nice farm area. Behind the house, see all my beehives. Got a well and seed beds for growing the seeds. Another well here. So in this garden, right now I've got strawberries, tomatoes, bell peppers, mushrooms, or penny buns as they call them now. Some of the forest beets, and saffron. And then in this one we got pumpkins and I can't remember if this is the stinging nettle maybe, and sugar cane. Another doggy hiding over there. And then we got flax and corn. So I don't harvest these all the time because I do like how they like look, but every once in a while I do harvest them when I'm getting low on something and then replant. And I try to keep the seed beds going often. I just continually making more seedlings so that when I do need to replant, I don't have to wait for them. Back here I created like this little silo structure, and this is where the bulk of the food is stored. So you can see I have more than a full chest of corn. I didn't use the magic chest over here because that would take a lot of resources. That's why I keep a selection of them in next to the farmer shed. So when I run out of something over there, I just take a little bit out from over here. So grain and straw. Not all these are full yet because I am anticipating doing another harvest soon. But I have them divided up by different products. So we got the nuts, and then over here I keep seedlings, so they'll be able to plant right away. This house over here, this is the hunter's home. Looks like a little lodge. Both of the hunters are in here. So when you go in, you have the first level. They have 2 dogs, a living area, a dining area, and a nice little kitchen. And they also have a cat. If we go up to the second floor, this is kind of a dual purpose. They have a bathroom here, a bedroom, and then also this is their workroom. So we got the drying rack. We can make fabric on here, linen and wool on here, and leather we can make there. I also put the coloring station here just because I didn't have enough room by the alchemist, and for me it made more sense to have it in here because the hunter makes the fabrics. So I have that in here. And again, every character that can make stuff, I have a magic chest there to kind of keep the supplies that they need on hand closely. So we got the wool balls, we got fur, the ammonia glands, which we use for like leather. Down here, purple berries, because we can make dried purple berries. We got the fabrics and colors, padding, that kind of stuff. So that's the hunter's house. And then the last part of my base is down here. This is a nice walled off area below the cliff, and there's two different sets of stairs to get down here. These ones right over here, or another one. If you see the stairs over there on the side of the hunter's house, there's a stairwell over there. This will take you to the front of the house. We have a couple of my characters living here. They have a nice little picketed fence and gardens in the front. And this nice polished stone house. They have a nice living area.
Hello.
And they have I can't remember if they have a dog or a cat here. Dining room, big kitchen.
Hey.
A bathroom. And then if we go upstairs, there's a sleeping area here and another sleeping area over here. So 3 people can live in this house. And then a really nice bathroom. And they have this balcony where they can look out the front. And actually you can see here how this is actually exactly where Kindle Wastes and the Nomad Highlands intersect. You got the Kindle Wastes there, just kind of blending right into the Nomad Highlands terrain. So I kind of like that. Climb over the roof. On the side here we have a cellar downstairs, which there's nothing in there yet. The back of the house has a nice little patio area with torches to keep it lighted, seating areas. And then this is where my animals are. I used to have them up where some of that farmland was up there. But even with fencing, they kept glitching through the fences and falling over the cliffs or getting stuck in the fences. So I decided to move them down here where they would be walled in by the cliffs, and then I built a really tall wall around it so they can't glitch through that. There's no little cracks that they can get through. They're all nicely contained here. And they each have their own little house, and they kind of getting a little out of control now, so I probably have to feed them again and maybe slaughter some of them for resources. But this is the goats, and we have the 2 different kinds of goats. We have the standard white goat here, which gives us the regular milk, and then we have the frizzy goats that are from the Albany summits. The regular goats are from more of the lower level areas, and yeah, we're definitely running out of food and populating super quickly. Next is where we have the birds. So the 2 different ones that look like chickens, and then these, I don't remember what these guys are called, but the bigger ones, they give you feathers. The red tail ones give you eggs. Next we have the yak barn. It's just covered in little beds, and again they repopulate like crazy. And then next to them, this is the bunny house. I made it shorter because the yaks kept trying to invade the space, and the bunnies needed an area. So I made a shorter door so the baby yaks sometimes come here and the goats can get in, but those big ones stay out now. Bunnies are starting to populate pretty quickly as well. And then we have another well over here, as well as some berry bushes. So this is my primary base for now, and I'm sure it'll continue to be my base, but I know definitely when the water update comes out tomorrow, I'm going to be building another new base because I am addicted to building, and I know there's going to be new materials, new terrain, new features that'll help me be able to build something new, but I'm pretty proud of this. This is a lot of hours of building, and it's still not even like completely done. But what I like about it is I've used different elements from all of the different regions here. And it's a good spot for it because it's, like I said, at the intersection of 3 different biomes: the Albany Summits, Nomad Highlands, and the Kindle Wastes. So I feel like it's a good spot to use all the different resources. When I first started building it, I used a lot of sandstone. As you can see, I have the different mixed sandstone, the temple blocks, regular sandstone, limestone. These were more native to Kindle Wastes. But then I started using, like for the Hunter's House, we got the conifer wood, we got the stones up there. I don't know, it's just like a good representation of all the different biomes. Hoping to be able to convert the rooftop pools to actual water, but how the water functions remains to be seen. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the look at my base. I look forward to continuing to build it out. I know it's not 100% done. There's always more that I can do. It just takes a lot of time as one person gathering the resources and then crafting everything, especially with the updates in the recipes that have occurred. You know, as the game gets more updates, they're a little more complex than they used to be at the beginning. So it definitely takes a little more time to gather all those resources. And that's why when I'm out on quests, I like to gather as many resources from that area that I'm in anyways, just to kind of keep stock of it. Alright, well, that's my update for now, and I'm going to try to do more of these. Hopefully I can do a cool one soon with the water update. Hopefully it's still coming out as scheduled tomorrow. Alright, thank you for tuning in.